Hey guys, what's up? It's KV and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be sharing some ideas on how you can organize and set up your workspace, whether it's for school or you're working from home. Some of these I've accumulated for the past year or month since the pandemic started, while some were given to me a few years back. As a student who uses this space for long hours every day, I would recommend them because I'll be using them hopefully for the years to come. Just a tip, aside from keeping my space organized, I always make sure to keep it clean and clutter-free because it's an additional motivation for me when I want to work. As you can see, I wanted an area where I can only see the things that I currently need, so all my other things like books and references are in my iPad or in my other bookshelf. All the items will be linked down in the description box, but if you're curious about other things in my workspace, you may comment them down below. So let's dive into the tour of my desk. The first thing that I invested in was this Linman Alex desk from a store called Furniture Source, which resells IKEA stuff. It's kinda on the pricier side, but for a good reason. I've been using it for months now and I have no regrets buying it. I think it's a good investment since in med school, I study most of the time, especially now during pandemic, and I attend my Zoom conferences and sometimes hold telemedicine consults as well. It took me months to find the perfect desk, but I chose this because first, it's aesthetically pleasing, it has variety of colors and sizes. I also like the drawers, which are spacious, and I can keep a lot of things within reach. Overall, this desk is worth it in terms of quality, design, and functionality. Another item that I invested in was this chair that I got from Ergo Home. At first, I was so reluctant to buy it because I found it expensive for a chair. But as I was looking for cheaper alternatives, I found out that this type of chair is not that cheap, but again, for a good reason. I specifically chose the Kappa 3 high back because ergonomically, it's helpful for your back, arms, and neck. You can recline it during long conferences, and if you want, you may also take a nap in between classes. As a person who constantly has severe back pain or my back aches easily, this is a good deal for me because the quality is really great and I can work more efficiently because I can move around with it. Now, moving on to the things on my desk. This MacBook Pro that my sister brought from Japan is the most used item among all the things that I have. I've been using it since third year med, but when I got it, it wasn't the latest model during that time. But it's okay since it works well and it's way cheaper in Japan compared to the price here. I also own other Apple items, so it's convenient for me, especially when I send gazillion files and screenshots of notes between these devices. This laptop stand from Shopee was actually given to me and I like it because it's in the same level as my monitor, so my eyes can switch smoothly when I use my two screens. The design and quality are also good for the price. Next is this BenQ monitor, which I also bought from Lazada. I bought one because I always multitask and open a lot of files or apps while working on my reports. This helps me avoid straining my eyes because the fonts are larger, so it helps me work more efficiently. There are actually a lot of brands that you can find online which deliver right to your doorstep, but I chose this because it's one of the cheapest that has good reviews. I also use my iPad and Apple Pencil because I used to study in coffee shops or in the library, so it's easier for me to carry just these two items instead of bringing my handouts. So this is the keyboard that I use, which is the Keychron K2 that I got from Lazada last year. My laptop has a very flat keyboard, which is not a big deal, but I wanted to buy a keyboard that has better quality, and I found this as the most suggested one. At first, I just wanted to buy a membrane keyboard, but I was told that mechanical keyboards last longer, plus you can also alter the design of your keycap, so that's a bonus. I chose this brown switch, which is a compromise between red and blue switches. It's not as clicky as the blue, but a bit louder than the red. It's pretty okay when you're using it for research, writing long reports, or editing videos. Is this mouse that I also purchased from Lazada, and it's the one that I bought after buying two that I didn't like because the sensitivity is not that great. This Logitech is actually a good buy because its sensitivity is good enough if you're just doing online classes or editing, and it's very easy to connect since you don't need a USB anymore because it works via Bluetooth. You can scroll swiftly and change windows by simply clicking the button on the mouse. This is my mousepad, which was only given to me, but I found the exact item on Shopee for a really good price. I used to have the smaller one and told myself I didn't need a larger one, but honestly, this makes my space look tidier and more put together. It's easier to move around my mouse with this, and it also keeps my desk look organized. This was the most recent purchase that I got for my workspace. I bought this from Lazada and I chose this because it's one of the cheapest there is and the quality is pretty okay for the price. Connecting it is hassle-free because I can easily connect it to my laptop via USB. I found this gem, the Ugreen USB-C hub with 5 ports, which is also from Lazada. It has 3 USBs, 1 Type-C and 1 HDMI port, so you can connect a lot of items on your laptop at once. When I saw the price, I was shocked because it's way cheaper than the ones in Apple, and all the designs are really nice. This Amazon Echo Dot was gifted to me a few years ago, and it's probably my favorite item on my desk. I use it to time myself when I'm studying, and I also play music and games, listen to audiobooks, set reminders, and use it as my alarm clock. It's not available here, but if you know someone who would go abroad, you can ask them to buy it for you since it's also cheaper there. This honestly made my life more convenient since it also sometimes serves as my speaker and the sound quality is great. This speaker was given to me a few years ago and I use it when I have to listen to lectures and I'm too lazy to wear my earphones. There are a lot of brands that I see in Lazada and Shopee that are comparable to this brand, like the JBL, which I tried from my sister. It's also cheaper when it's on sale and the battery life is really good. I got this pen holder and smartphone stand from Muji and I place here my Apple Pencil, whiteboard markers, and few pens that I always use. I can also put my phone or AirPods here so it's easy to access, but if you want, you can also put other small stuff so it's not cluttered on your desk. This was again given to me but was bought from Lazada. I love this because it keeps the wires organized and I can easily plug my chargers, which is very important for me because I charge most of my things. This digital alarm clock is one of my best buys from Lazada. Not only is it affordable, but it has a minimalist design that matches the rest of my desk. It shows the date, time and alarm, as well as the room temperature, which is also pretty accurate. It works perfectly and I love it because I can see it even at night when I'm in bed. Last but not least, I got this candle warmer and candles for my birthday this year. I place it here because sometimes it helps me when I read and study since the smell is good. But after a few minutes, I barely notice the smell anymore and it serves as an additional light to my desk, so I place it here. So that's it for the vlog. I hope you guys like the items and will try some of them. I noticed that after organizing my workspace, I became more productive and efficient, so for me, I would consider all the items here as an investment. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I hope you can support my channel by subscribing. All the items will be linked down below and I hope to see you in my next video.